So I'm walking down the street one day, right? And I'm in a really big hurry. So I asked this weird looking little guy, say, hey man, can you give me a light? Because, I want to get my cigarette smoke. And he looks at me kind of funny, reaches in his pocket, and he hands me this pamphlet. And I'm looking at the pamphlet, and I realize that he's giving me the light, the only light. He's giving me the true light.
He is love. He is light. He is an inspiration. He is the inspiration. He helps people.
He doesn't care if you are Christian or Muslim or Buddhist or green, yellow, purple or black. It doesn't matter to him. He will show you selflessly the path to paradise, both here and in the next world.
So here I am, 30 years later. I'm sober, got my life back together. My wife has come back to me, and I'm getting along great with my kids. And this is something I know truly in my heart that I could not do without the love of Shaq.
Every day, millions of people are finding true meaning in the teachings of Shaq. But what is this Church of Shaq? Is it just another fading New Age religion? Or is this Church of Shaq an answer to the question we've been asking our whole lives? Join us as we try to uncover the Church of Shaq. In the beginning there was Kazam, and only Kazam. The sound of his name in all human languages did not yet exist, though his being did. No element in our comprehension of elements could be found during this period, and life, as we perceive it to be, was not.
Only he is. Kazam, the supreme, the almighty, ever-changing, never-changing, is.
One day, while playing the game of basketball, Kazam missed a free throw and accidentally created the universe. The universe was immediately fertile, in the time frame that only the divine Kazam could see passage to. Life grew and flourished. Planets appeared and spawned creatures under his eye.
This is what many people would call the Big Bang, or the creation of the universe, if you will. And it all happened because he missed that free throw. If he hadn't missed that free throw, we might not be here today talking about this.
But Kazam was not satisfied with this new universe. Kazam was disappointed with all the life forms that occupied it. So he decided to create a planet in the outermost realm of space and time, beyond the northern wind, called Hyperborea.
Hyperborea. Now that was the place. In your wildest dreams, you could not visit such a place.
The planet was occupied by a race of supermen created in Kazam's own likeness called Shaqs. The Shaqs lived in peace, harmony, and equality with their Shaq brothers and Shaqettes for many centuries, playing basketball and creating spells. Though this was a warm, glorious day for Hyperborea, the less graceful and more insidious night was sure to cast its cold, sinful veil. First came the organization of many Shaq clans, and soon the great Shaq wars would take place for centuries to come. Frustrated at seeing his utopia crumble, Kazam decided to destroy the entire planet of Hyperborea and all the Shaqs and Shaqettes within it. But there was one Shaq that retained everything that Kazam had sought to create in the first place. His name was Shaquille O'Neal. One day, Shaquille O'Neal was in the garden practicing his free throws when Kazam appeared to him.
Shaquille O'Neal,
said Kazam.
You are my greatest creation in the whole universe. That is why I'm sending you to the other planets to teach the wisdom of Kazam so that people will not do as the Shaqs do here.
What about my brothers and sisters, the Shaqs and Shaqettes? Shaquille said.
They will be destroyed.
Can I not save them?
No, it is too late for their souls to be redeemed. Go now. Go and make good of the universe and its inhabitants. You are the savior of the universe. You are the Superman.
Yes, Kazam, screamed Shaquille.
I'll go right now.
Kazam granted Shaq with a spirit of his loin, he lifted him up and divided his countenance between them both. The two became one, the holy Alias. And so, off Shaquille went in his pyramid spaceship to the far reaches of the galaxy while Hyperborea was devoured by Kazam.
You know, Kazam just bit into the planet like it was an apple. Just bit into it and devoured it. You can see a lot of things in that movie. You can see a lot of things.
And that is why it is so difficult for Shaquille O'Neal to make free throws, because he always remembers practicing them in the garden before all the Shaqs and Shaqettes were obliterated.
Though there are many planets, Shaquille's spaceship was sent to the worst one of all, inhabited by the lowest life forms in the universe, Earth.
This dirty, uncivilized land was suddenly placed in the merciful light of Kazam. Shaq brought insight, magic, basketball, and jokes to the humans of planet Earth. Here he reigned supreme in intellect, stature, and ability, yet he chose to lower himself to communicate with the creatures. Here, he remains to show us the way to Hyperborea. Not the failed Hyperborea, but Kazam's Hyperborea. The years that would follow would involve the beloved Shaq continuing to teach the word of Kazam. Shaq left clues in all of his accomplishments, whether it was high-ranking basketball statistics, his beautifully orchestrated symphonies, or his involvement in the production of the groundbreaking film Kazam, a film he bravely demanded be made in honor of his creator.
You know there was no special effects used in that movie, right? It was 100% magic.
Hey, buddy. Veggie sausage, please.
Come right up. Mustard?
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
Yeah.
We need Shaq.
It is believed by all the followers of the Church of Shaq that Shaq had a twin brother named Alias Leonor.
That's his name spelled backwards. It's his evil twin brother who, quote, is the person I am not allowed to be because of my status. Book of Shaq, chapter 16, verse 8.
Where Shaquille O'Neal represents all the good in the universe, Alias Leonor is the evil. It is believed that he has no face and has assumed the role of many of the most evil and notorious figures throughout history.
Shaq once told New Yorker magazine, he's dead though, because I killed him.
But ending the life of Alias was too little too late for Kazam. After witnessing the evil influence that Alias had bestowed to the people of Earth, Kazam decided that he would destroy Earth like he did Hyperborea. Shaq, not wanting this fate to come to the people of Earth, begged for Kazam to show mercy.
So this is what Shaq does. He makes a deal with Kazam, the Kazam, and he says, if I can get enough people to change their ways and commit the ultimate sacrifice, or sacrifice, will you please reconsider if this is done by July 13th, 2013? And you know, it's amazing, the balls that he had. Shaq, the balls of the basket variety.
After hearing Shaq's pleas, Kazam in all of his mercy agreed to give young Shaquille a chance to live up to his promise. And thus, in 2013, Shaq appeared to local Orlando rock band Alias Punch in a dream, demanding to them to create a temple in his name. It was to be called the Church of Shaq. With the Church of Shaq in place, the wisdom of Shaq and the glory of Kazam can finally restore peace to planet Earth. Since then, the Church of Shaq has done well in recruiting many followers of all walks of life. It is believed by all the Church's members that peace on Earth will only come about when a sacrifice is ordained on July 13th, 2013, to stop the impending end of the world and thus creating new Hyperborea on Earth. But what will really happen on July 13th, 2013? Will the world come to an end? We are sure to find out.
Since he's been here, we've gotten so much better. We have cell phones. We have spaceships of our own that can take us not far, but outside of the planet. And he has set us on a road of success that I just is unfounded anywhere else in history.
They have studied ancient cultures from the beginning of time, and it proves that there was a presence, a divine presence, guiding them, showing them the way. It's not a mystery as to who was helping them. It was Shaq.
Sectus Hyperboreus ad nectum qualibet.